This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, December 1st. But the year was 1824. The United States House of Representatives begins to decide the outcome of the election. It was a deadlock between John Quincy Adams and Andrew Jackson. Ultimately, Adams will win. And ultimately, Andrew Jackson will become a future president of the United States. That happened on this day, 1824. The first White House telephone was installed on this day, 1878. Sherlock Holmes first appears in print in a story, Study in Scarlet by Arthur Conan Doyle, 1887. The first certified public accountant degree was received on this day in New York City, 1896. The Great Train Robbery would be the first Western film. It was released on this day, 1903. As a kid, I remember the Christmas Club, where through the years you would make a deposit to retrieve it for gifts at Christmas time. Well, the first Christmas Club payment was made in Carlisle, Pennsylvania on this day, 1909. The first drive-up gasoline station opened in Pittsburgh on this day, 1913. Ford Motor Company institutes the world's first moving assembly line for the creation of the Model T Ford, 1913. Boys Town, founded by Father Flanagan in Omaha, Nebraska, on this day, 1917. Lady Astor was sworn in on this day as the first female member of the British Parliament, 1919. The game of bingo was invented on this day by Edwin Lowe, 1929. Japanese Emperor Hirohito signs a declaration of war on this day, 1941. The Golden Gate Bridge was closed on this day due to high winds, 1951. Hugh Hefner published his first edition of Playboy magazine, featuring Marilyn Monroe as the magazine's first centerfold. On this day, 1953. Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to move to the back of a bus and give her seat to a white passenger in Montgomery, Alabama. That was on this day, 1955. 12 nations sign a treaty for the scientific, peaceful use of Antarctica on this day, 1959. It was the same day and year that the first color photograph of Earth was received from outer space. Paul McCartney and Pete Best were arrested and then deported from Hamburg, Germany, for accusations of attempted arson on this day, 1960. Los Angeles Police Chief Edward Davis announced warrants for the arrest of the Manson cult on this day, 1969. Amy Fisher was sentenced to 5 to 15 years for shooting Mary Jo Buttafuoco on this day, 1992. Jim Baker, the American televangelist, who was convicted of fraud, was released from jail on this day, 1994. The earliest traceable patient, a 55-year-old man, developed symptoms of COVID-19 in Wuhan, China, on this day, 2019. And so there's good news and bad news, confusing news. And yet behind it all is the good news that this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, December 1st.